Now to go over the stats on these units, and again to discuss why we're doing it this way, is you don't get extra turns. So if you S2 Sirmia, it just moves on to the next unit. You don't get to immediately take a turn. If you S2 Camilla, she doesn't get to take another turn. Damage dealt by mage heroes is mage heroes take 80% more damage. Basically, if you take a mage, it's going to get its butt handed to it, so don't take mages. They'll probably just die like the glass cannons they are. Damage suffered by bosses increased with target. And that's great, because target already increases damage, so it's really like a 65% increase, because you get 50 from the effect and another 15 from target itself. And ranger heroes are granted 30% increased attack, defense, and health. So they're really kind of angling for you to use rangers as your DPS. But the best ranger in the game still doesn't hold a candle to Sirmia when it comes to raw defense or raw damage inside a Hall of Trials. Now, the trickiest thing is actually tuning the damage of your target unit. Now, you can use Song of Stars on pretty much any ranger to make this work, but I really, really like using Leica because she has target baked into her kit automatically, and that lets her run Bloodstone. And that makes her our healer. She takes the edge off. Now, if you don't have Leica, other units that organically have target on them are Mui, the warrior Mui, not the wyvern unit Mui, the green unit with the whips who likes to beat up Basar, that Mui. She's got target baked into her kit and also a dual attack. But Leica is a ranger, so she gets a little more tankiness and damage. Now, the trickiest part about using Leica is you've got to attack tune her. Because I had to wind up putting a health neck on her. Her attack was too high, because remember, rangers get 30% more attack. So if she had, say, 4,200 attack, 4,200 times 1.3 is 5,400 attack. It's going to be tough to get your Sirmia above 5,400 attack. So you kind of need to poison her attack a little bit. You want her to do as much damage as possible, because Bloodstone scales off of the damage dealt. So you want her to do damage so the Bloodstone heals matter, but you don't want her attack to be so high that she winds up dual attacking instead of Sirmia. Found that out the hard way. The other option you can do instead of this, of course, you can run any ranger. Probably the one that is going to jump to a lot of people's minds is Sea Phantom Politis, because she's got tons of dual attacks in her kit, and you don't have to worry about her attack being so high that she attacks with Sirmia. If you run Sea Phantom Politis and you put her on Song of Stars, you'll need to slow her down, or she will run out of dual attacks and rage before you're out of the break phase, and she'll just waste attacks. So you want to slow her down and make sure she gets enough turns in there. The other nice thing, she gives rage to Sirmia, it's even more damage. So I think there is potential for you to get more damage off Sea Phantom Politis, but you've got to run her on Song of Stars, and there goes your Bloodstone. The Bloodstone-like has really, really helped in this fight. If you're going to run Politis, I think you're going to need to put Celestine on Singelica to have some form of healing. Celestine is just raw healing, it's not damage based, so Celestine on Singelica, you should be able to clean up. It just might make that final push to the kill a little bit harder. Speaking of Singelica, there's nothing fancy about the build. Don't give her attack to let's look at this. Don't give her attack imprint to Leica. If you give her attack imprint to Leica, that plus the 30% attack boost that she gets might push Sirmia out of the dual attack running. Might make her not the highest attack unit anymore. So that's why I've got Leica in the back row, even though she's damaged, just to make sure my dual attacks stay on Sirmia. But Sinful Angelica does not need to be this fast. This is just how I run her. I do think the ER is nice. You can't resist the poison bomb, but you can the strip from it at least, but it'll help keep the poisons, and most importantly, when those stupid eggs take a turn, they strip. And you don't want them to strip her immortality and then remove her functionality as a unit. So try to get some ER on her. I put Candlestick on her just trying to cycle her skills. I don't think it mattered. I think you could probably put Warhorn on her or Celestine on her. Something to boost damage. Anything over 230 should be plenty enough speed for her. Oh, and her EE was the one that just gave an increased chance for attack break. It's really the only EE that helps. You can't kill the eggs, so Soul Harvest doesn't work, so you can do that just to lower the damage and give a little bit more, chance for Rage Set to take effect. Camilla, I put no effort into. I just gave her 4 pieces of speed gear and tried to get her as close to 100% crit as possible. Benimar's Tachi is not required, but it really makes this cleaner and more stable. You're not relying on Singelica's S2 attack buff or S3 attack buff to keep her dual attacks going. So if you got Tachi, great. If you don't have Tachi, you could probably pull it off with just Sinful Angelica. Because remember, you use her S2 to self-attack buff, and you are not going to be able to take a turn right after that, so it's kind of a wasted turn. And the damage dealer. All I did was this, is go into Manage Equipment, Recommended Equipment, ran attack all the way up, everything else all the way down, crit damage all the way up, and I took crit chance up 2 notches because we are fighting a green unit, so you only need 85%. And I forced the rage set and hit confirm, and this is what it loaded up, and it looked pretty damn good to me. The important thing is take the attack, subtract 30% from it, so this times 0.7 or divided by 1.3, and that is kind of your threshold for your Leica's attack. Remember, you can toy around with the imprint from Singelica a little bit to get your attack tuning proper, but you want to make sure, if you notice your dual attack units are not dual attacking with Sirmia, get in there and fix that a little bit. You want her to be on her #1 EE for a 25% chance to proc an extra attack. And of course, the Hall of Trials artifact is going to be your best damage dealing artifact. If you don't have this, use Our Beautiful Seasons for 20% damage boost. And that's it. And it seemed pretty clean. We got 11.6 on the last run. We'll go ahead and run it one more time just to show consistency. Now remember, when you S3, when you use any non-attack skill, you move him closer to his ultimate, which is a AoE ignore ER strip. So you want to be careful about ramping this up when you're not ready. But I think we're ready, and as long as we get a defense break off of Camilla in the first attack, we should push phase. Defense break, and we push phase. If you don't get a defense break, just restart. We S2, apply target. We don't get 15%ed. And now we're looking for these extra hits. There's one. If we S2, all it does is take her from attack buff to greater attack buff, which is 50% to 70%. So it wastes an entire turn for 20% extra attack. I don't think it's worth it. Let's just keep dropping bombs and look for those extra hits. Nice. Get him, Sirmia. Get him, Sirmia. Oh my god, look at her go. Okay, a bit of a wasted turn. We'll just S1 so we can save our S3 for later. One more dual attack here. The timing on this is tuned great. It's nice. Sirmia is popping off. Again, you don't want to S3 here because all this does is penetrate defense, and he has 0 defense at this point in time. Also, you don't need effectiveness on your Leica inside the break phase. Inside the break phase, he has no ER. Outside, he has ER, but inside, there's no ER, so you don't have to worry about stacking effectiveness to make anything stick. Man, that really says 6.5 million, doesn't it? Okay, Prophetic Candlestick did not proc, unfortunately, so we have a wasted turn. While you're wearing debuffs, if you hit Nilgal, he'll self-push. So I want to cycle around to get rid of these heal blocks so that Bloodstone can start healing. And so I don't want to hit Nilgal with the debuff, so I'm going to start hitting the eggs. And if you hit the eggs, Nilgal, you see, doesn't move down the CR bar.
Let's just get this over with.
Okay, I've got options here. If I S3, I can put the eggs to sleep. It'll push Nilgal up, but I think my Singelica might still cut. I'm going to try it.
Did you really think?
This S3 is a really good heal, and it puts the eggs to sleep, which is really nice. And we only put 1 egg to sleep. Okay, good. We did cut.
Getting hurt.
So this should cleanse the debuffs.
To take another's life.
There we go. That's good. Hit Singelica. Show me defense break. Nice.
I'll bet
I am going to S2 even though it's a wasted turn because I think we're pushing phase with Singelica.
Keep watching, everyone. I wanna run.
Oh, we didn't push phase. This is disappointing. Thank God those eggs didn't strip Sinji, or strip Sirmia. I'd have been so upset if they pulled the attack buff off of Sirmia. Just gonna S1. I want to save this. Wait, do I save this? Oh, this is uncomfortable. These two will lap her, but she'll lap. So 1, 2, 3 attacks with target versus without. Man, this is not optimal at all. But we can't go around the corner. Nilgal's ready to strip everybody. We either put target on now, or I think we put it inside the break phase. We just S1. Okay, this isn't so bad. We only lost one turn without target. This isn't bad at all. Oh, we got another double hit. Excellent. Okay, don't 15% me. Excellent, excellent. And we still got Gab. This is beautiful. Oh shit, she doesn't have S3 ready. That's very disappointing. Nice. Oh, perfect. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. I really wanted to save this to cleanse the heal block when we get out of the break phase. That was a big screw up there. That might cost us being able to full clear. One more attack. Don't rob me. Don't rob me. Don't rob me. Ah, rob me my last attack. Yikes! See, you see why we really wanted to be able to have Singelica's S3 right here to cleanse all of these debuffs off. Where everybody's going to die from poisons. This is awful. Okay, let's put everybody to sleep. This isn't going to heal because we have heal block up. We really needed Sinji's S3 there. Bye, Sinji. Man, this sucks. Bye, Sirmia. This would have been such a good full clear. Alright, but still, 13 million points. And this could easily have been 14 million if I had held on to the Sinful Angelica. 13.187 million is still over 3 million over Dagger Sicar threshold, showing that you don't need this quality of gear. It could easily have been 14 million if I had sandbagged Sinji and cleansed on the way out. So I think this is a pretty easy week for you guys to knock out Nilgal and get your Dagger Sicar taken care of. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Now, what about for those of you who just need a triple S plus full auto team, right? Do we not just use Sea Phantom Poly and we put her on Song of Stars and we just take a little edge off of the healing with Celestine here. I guess you could use, you could probably just as easily use Doctor's Bag, right? And we'll try Celestine. Cavil. Cavil's a fun idea. Let's just try this and see what happens, though. There's the Bloodstone. Oh, we forgot to turn Sirmia's skills off. Yeah, you definitely want Sermia's skills off for this. Guys, this is the easiest damn week for Triple S Plus, right? Out of phase 1, Triple S Plus. Yeah, Giga easy week for Triple S Plus on full auto, or for getting Dagger Sicar. I think you could do this with substantially lower gear. You could be 30% lower on damage across the board and still hit 10 million just based on the score I got right here. And remember, this should have been 14 million, but I screwed up and didn't click Sinji at the end when I should have. Right?